Hey everybody, this is Mike Freeland coming at you at exactly 1 o'clock p.m. Here in Baltimore, Maryland. Hump Day, as many would call it. This video is actually going to be a two-part video. The first part, as you can see, I'm actually mobile, so I'm going to be coming to you from my vehicle. And then the second part, I'm actually going to be coming from you in the man cave with a little bit of business. This portion of the video is actually not about my personal business as much as it is to any and everyone who is either thinking about getting involved with a work from home business or from home, the type of mindset you would need to be in, or things that you would want to be aware of and look out for. I'm doing this video because I get a lot of thoughts, like many people I'm sure, when they're driving and they don't have the radio on and they just sit and they just listen from within. And so I decided to do this part in the vehicle. If you live in the Maryland area, I'm actually leaving the Milford Mill area going out to Clarksville. So that's about a 30-minute or so ride, actually a little longer, because even when I get into Clarksville, I have a little ways to go. Just got off of 695 on to 70, so I'm headed out. I wanted to do this video because I have several people, great people that are part of my team in particular at this point in the business that I'm in. However, a lot of their schedules, or a lot of people's schedules and things, don't allow them to really commit as much as they would love to commit. They have jobs and family when they get home and things like that, so that kind of, don't give them the time that they want. Although, I try to share with people doing maybe a couple of hours a week to help get the ball rolling. Now, I'm one that will really work with a person and try to get them, to complete some short-term goals that we set up for you to do in order to get income immediately. And the reason being is because once people get that first check, I don't care if it's $100 or $10, once they get that first check or they get that money on a debit card or direct deposited, and they actually can spend it, their excitement level about a business goes up. I got involved with the network marketing industry at about 96, 97. And I got in actually through telecom deregulation, which was pretty much at that time AT&T, Sprint, and MCI used to be the big boys who really had the big grip on telecommunications. And then when the federal government deregulated telecommunications, companies came in, the rates got competitive, and people were able to make some serious income from home in that industry. I made some good income, even though it was my first business. I had the drive, I had the energy, I was excited about it, so I made some good income. But like anything else, between then and now, that industry got saturated, so much so that long distance went from, pretty much $1 something a minute down to 7 cents a minute. Sprint did at one time had 5 cents a minute, and now I guess for about $20 or so, you can get unlimited long distance on your home phone or whatever. So it's pretty much saturated now. But with that came, I met a ton of people who really, really guided me and stayed with me and helped me learn this industry, learn what to look for in businesses, learn how to connect and work with people, so that ultimately my time involved in the company would be, very, very beneficial. Now, I've also been in several other companies since then. I've been in several other industries. I've been in health and wellness. where, you know, I made some great money in there selling health and wellness products, and have some awesome testimonies about, you know, various products that I have used or have shared with other people in my family and all, who've seen some major results. I also was in the travel industry, you know, booked plenty of travel where I got to go on cruises, you know, for free. Also, not only were they for free, but as soon as the ship pulled out of the initial port, within the next day or two while I'm out on the water, I received $2,000-3,000 checks. So, you know, I've been in this industry long enough to make money in it and to understand how to make the money in the business. Now, the one main thing about getting in, you have to get involved and you have to do your due diligence on the company that you want to be a part of, as well as the team and the individual that you're going to be a part of, or going to partner with, I should say. And the reason being is because you're going to need to rely on someone to guide you through the process of growing within that business, meaning that you're going to need somebody that, you know, you can trust and have faith that's going to teach you the steps and not just leave you out there hanging. But by the same token, you have to be able to look and recognize and realize that this is not something that you can just become a member of and just sit back like you just bought a lottery ticket and wait for the drawing. You have to put in some work. Many people that say that you can get in and you don't have to put in work, I wouldn't even talk with them from that point on, because they are really setting you up to be upset, disgusted, mad, and literally just pissed off. You know, you have to start changing your mindset from what you normally do. It's literally thinking outside of the box. And one reason is because you're going to start finding that in order to be successful in this industry, you have to start thinking beyond corporate America. You have to stop thinking as an employer, or an employee, I should say, and you have to start thinking as an employer, self-employed, working for yourself, making sure that you're going to get the maximum benefit out of what it is that you're doing. A lot of people say they want to do that, but then when it's time to do it, they can't. They come up with the excuses not to do stuff, and then when things don't happen, they say the industry, the person who brought them in, the particular company, everything was wrong, was false. But they forget to say that they didn't put in any effort besides signing up. You know, we have to get out of the mind concept of just sitting around and waiting on things. I mean, for those of us who are in, I guess I could say, you know, the Christian faith or whatever, you know, one of the biggest things that they do, or some of the biggest scriptures that they quote or sing about, is always talking about waiting and waiting on the Lord for this and waiting for that. There's a song that was out years ago, beautiful song for a particular situation, and it was called Stand Still. You know, but the Bible, if you want to use the Bible, you know, it has certain scriptures that talk about having to wait on God for an answer. And then there's other scriptures that talk about faith without works is dead. So, I mean, there's things that you can pray for and have to wait on. And I'll give you an example. You go fill out a resume to get a job at a particular company. You get an interview, you go through the interview, and after you go through the interview, you may say a prayer or two, and then you're going to wait, because you're going to wait and hope that that particular company calls you. So that's a pray and wait type scenario. Now, a pray and action type scenario, or acting on your faith, is what home-based business is. Now, you can pray as far as getting in the right home-based business and doing everything, but if you don't put forth an effort to do anything once you're in, you're not going to see no results. I don't care who you partner with. You could partner with the best or the top internet marketer in the world, people that are making thousands upon thousands of dollars. But if you're not putting forth one effort, then it's all in vain. I mean, you have to look at it. You know, people will pray and put more effort in getting home to try to watch a reality show. You've heard it if you haven't even said it. You know somebody that have said, "Oh Lord, please let me get home in time so that I can see such and such a program." May sound funny, but that's prayer with action. They're actually praying and acting on it and believing that they're going to get home in time. Well, it's just that simple in this industry and with this business. You pray and you act on it. You get the right training for what it is that you're doing, and you act on it, you're going to see some positive results. Now, the positive results may come little by little, but even when you work a 9 to 5, you work a full week or maybe 2 weeks before you see the result in a paycheck. So don't think that you're just going to get in to a particular opportunity and sit back in your lounge chair and the income is going to fall in. Even with network marketers or internet marketers that sit and sell tons of software or products on the internet, they still have to set up all type of email campaigns and everything else that they do that will ultimately pique people's interest, have people go to various websites, and then after they go to the websites, then they go and order a product or order a tool, and that person sees some result. So what am I saying? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking at an opportunity or looking to get into this industry, I don't care what part of the industry. I'm not even, at this point in this video, I'm not promoting the particular company that I'm a part of. I'm talking about the industry as a whole. If you're going to get into this industry, you definitely have to change your 9 to 5 attitude about things, because that's not going to get you anywhere in an industry where you have to make the first move. You have to be motivated. You have to be driven. You know, you have to be passionate about what it is that you're going to do or what you want to see. You have to set goals. See, with the 9 to 5, your goal is probably getting up in the morning, getting you and the kids dressed, getting the kids off to school or to daycare, stopping at a local fast food store to get you whatever it is that you're going to eat that morning, and then making it to your desk by 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's your goal, and it becomes so routine till you can start cutting ends, if you will, and get there still on time. Well, those type of goals will not work when you're working from home, because working from home may require you to work daytime, nighttime, you know, whatever little bit of time that you have to do some things. It's going to require you to make phone calls perhaps when you don't want to make phone calls. It's going to require you, if you're building a team, to check in with your team, even when they don't call you. And with social media, you can send emails, you can get them on Facebook, Instagram, however you do. You need to stay in contact. You need to also, if you are a team member, you need to be reachable. You know, when your team, when your upline or the person you're partnered with is calling you and inboxing you and, you know, wanting to chat and see how you're doing and making sure everything is okay, and you never have time, then you can't fault that person for reaching out to you and you're not returning the reach, so to speak, and there's no positive end results. People have some very bad misconceptions about getting into this industry and just sitting back and, you know, riding the wave, so to speak, without even getting on the surfboard to paddle out and get on the wave. Okay, you have to be motivated to move. You got to be in this industry. You can pray in this industry all you want. And you can pray in it, you can meditate, you can do all of that. But if you don't pick up yourself, if you don't take any initiative to do anything beyond that, you're not going to get any results at all, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how many motivational CDs you listen to. I don't care how many YouTube motivational videos you look at. I don't care how many books you read. All of those people that you're listening to, you're reading their information, you're doing whatever it is you're doing, those people, you're seeing the end result of them getting up and moving on what it is that they want to put out, what it is that they want to do. And you have to do the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, this little pep talk, if you will, is not about my particular business per se, as it is about just letting you know and motivating you, whether you're in the business, thinking about getting into the business or into a business, motivating you to make you realize and recognize that you cannot just sit or sign your name, give up a credit card to join if that's something you have to do, and then sit back and you know, the lifestyle that you want is going to come. It's not going to happen that way. You have to take initiative and move. You have to do something. You have to think outside the box. You have to go outside your box. You have to come out your comfort zone. Think about all of the people that we deem, or people deem, that are celebrities, that are, you know, successful in what it is that they do. People that, you know, have gone to college, dropped out a year, never went to college, whatever it is, but focused more on their dream than on what was set up for you, or set up to supposed to be the dream step, if you will. And now they are so well off, they're living their dreams, and the people who have so-called set up the steps are using their products, their resources, their whatever, to continue trying to tell you the way that you should be going into your dream, or how the dream steps work. And here's another thing. This is truly, truly a pet peeve of mine, but it's also something that you need to know. Please, by all means, do not listen to people who don't know what you know, who have not seen the opportunity that you've seen, who've not spoken to the people that you've spoken to, turn you away from something that you know in your heart has the potential to change your life. People that do those pity party deals, that are always doing things to down your spirit, to kill your energy, give you negative vibes. These are the same people that get up in the morning, go get a newspaper, sit down and read every section of the newspaper, and then can tell you everything that's in the newspaper, if they were the person or the people, what was right, what was wrong. And then they sit and watch TV all day and can tell you, these are the people that are telling you everything that should be done. Yet this is their everyday routine. They get up, they go to the restroom, they come downstairs, they may make them some breakfast, or if nothing else, they're going to get that cup of coffee, they're going to read news, and then you tell them about an idea or whatever you've seen that can generate some income, and then they're going to blow you off with their no positive thoughts, no positive energy, no positive ideas, no support. They're going to do all of that to you and tell you you're wrong while they're sitting there doing nothing. Don't get caught up in that with people doing that type of things, those type of things to you, because they're just trying to keep you in a box that you can come out of, that you have the potential to come out of, but because they can't see themselves in a better situation, they want to keep and bring down everybody that's near them to where they are. You don't need that when you're in this industry, when you're looking at this industry. So with that, I hope I wasn't just rambling on and babbling. I've really felt that I had something to say. Again, not just for my business, but for anybody that's coming into this industry. This is your life. If you see an opportunity that you feel that you can partner with the right people and you can make some positive things happen for you and your family, pray about it if that's what you need to do. Meditate on it if that's what you need to do. And then act on it. You have to act on it in this industry to see any type of positive results. With that, this is Mike Freeland concluding with this first part of the video. The next time you see me, I will be in my basement or the man cave with a letter that I actually got in the mail today that I want to share with you. You know, it's actually kind of humorous to me. But anyway, I'm going to share that with you when I get back home. Till we talk to you then, take care, have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the other side of money. Hey guys, this is Mike again. Actually, I'm going to do another video to this before I get back. I just want you guys to see something. Sometimes you have to get some visual effects in order to motivate people, and including yourself. I'm out in Clarksville now, and if you want to see some of the prettiest homes, maybe you want a new home and you're looking for an opportunity, you know, to, get your dream home or whatever. I just want to show you, while I'm driving through on this back road, some of the beautiful homes that people have back here. And if that's not motivation enough to live up on a hill, I don't know if you saw that like that, but if that's not motivation enough to make you want to do some things to change some of your current situation, I'm not saying, leave nothing. I'm saying add to it. Look at this here. These are some pretty homes. Look at that home. Leave some of your current situations and seek some better things or some better opportunity. This will do it. Look at this. These are some beautiful homes out here. Amazing homes out in Clarksville. There's so many of them as I go, and then the hills and everything. And I'm trying to actually get you to see quite a few. This is a whole community back there. Obviously, I'm not going back down there, but you can see some from the side here. Here's another really nice home. I guess you can see it up there in the woods. Really pretty home right there. I mean, these people get up just like you. They go to the restroom, they cut on the TVs, they take showers, they bathe, they go to eat, they do all of that. The Bible says that God is no respecter of person. So if these people can do it, then why can't you? Why can't you and I? They weren't born with all of this right at their hands. And let's say somebody was born with the quote-unquote silver spoon in their mouth. They still had to learn how to maintain so that they could keep the silver spoon in their mouth. So I'm glad that I actually had to drive out this way. This is not my first time. But to be able to allow you to see some of the beautiful landscapes out here in Clarksville, capped off with some really, really nice homes. Unfortunately, some of them are gated, so you really can't see all of them, but I mean, you can see well enough. Even if you can't see the homes, the entrances to the homes are just amazing. This would motivate me, just watching this portion of the video over and over, to want to do better, or even if your desire is not a home like this, but at least work to get the resources for what it is that you would want. All right, everybody, this is Mike Freeland back with part 2 of the video. I am now down in my man cave in my basement. Second part of this video is real fast, real simple. This here is a piece of mail that I got from BGE Constellation Energy, sending me some mail talking about what their current rate is and how it's going to be lower. The current rate is 9.26 kilowatts per hour. It's going to go down for 8.59 kilowatts per hour. That's going to be fixed for 24 months. Now that might be good, but in this weather that we're having now, it could be 5%, and your bill is going to be high because of the bad weather that we've been having, extremely cold weather we've been having. The new word now is vortex to talk about that. But this may be all good and well for the average person. But what if I told you there's a way that you can have your energy bill, the electric and in some cases gas portion of your energy bill, totally eliminated, meaning that your utility company will pay it for you. Now that would eliminate this mail altogether. You wouldn't even care about what the rate was, would you? So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, and of course you know October, November, December, and now January, your bill is going to be extremely high because of the cold spells that we've been having. Why don't you let me help you get your electricity, your energy for free? Have your electric company pay your energy bill for you. That sounds interesting to you? Give me a call on the number that's left with this video. Also, there's information, contact information in the description, and let me answer your questions on how this can happen, because if I can get my energy free and other people are getting their energy free, why not you? This is Mike Freeland saying take care. Have a fantastic day.